So, Michael, you were telling me about your experiences as a black man.
Yeah, it's what's interesting is, I've been in different arenas in my life, whether it's been, in like corporate America or playing sports or being an actor or a dancer, different things, and it's interesting because it's like every time that I've stepped into a different scenario, it's like this pressure, like or feeling me, I've got to adjust a little bit. And so growing up as a kid, when I would hang out with my black friends from like black neighborhoods that were predominantly black neighborhoods, and I'd show up and then people would be like, they'd hear me speak and be like, "Who's this guy? Where's this guy from?" And then I was like, all right, I had to change the way I was to feel like I fit in, and so. But then that was just a dance I felt like I was doing my entire life, from, I'm hanging out with my black friends, so now I gotta black it up. I'm in school or in whatever, now in class, and now I've gotta be more proper. Or now I'm on a job interview, change who I am there. And I feel like that was, like I wanted to tell that story because it's an interesting thing I think about being black in America is kind of the chameleon aspect or the faces that have to change depending on the circumstance.
And that's tough because you're the same exact person in every circumstance, but whether it's society or self-imposed things, you kind of felt like you had to be different things for different people.
Yeah, and I think what it all comes down to is just wanting to fit into that circumstance or that group or whatever. And so, and then, what's fascinating too is in the black community is the idea of like not being black enough, depending on what, community we're talking about. And that's just, it's wild. I don't think it's a helpful thing for blacks to put that on other blacks, and I think that's also something that I wanted to express with Flavors. And I also, think vice versa, to the pressure that sometimes maybe if you are from a black neighborhood to where there's like this feeling of not fitting into maybe like the larger cultural picture. And right. So, I think that it's a very specific thing to being black. And yeah. Unless you're in the shoes, I think it's a really hard thing to understand.
And so, when we think about this project and how, you took a lot of experiences from your life, and you presented it in a comedic way. I know these experiences weren't necessarily funny when they happened. How did you turn that, what could have been pain, into laughter?
What's interesting is I think looking back, things are funny. It's like it wasn't funny in the moment, but then I look back and I'm like, that happened. Wow, that really happened. And like I did. I laughed as I wrote this, and it's like well, on one level it's like you're kind of making fun of yourself, and I don't. It's not the way I took it. It was more like this happened, and I don't know. Laughing about it just kind of settles something in me